Imagine the shock of tourists to Churchill, Manitoba, who expected to see this, but instead witnessed this gruesome sight, an adult male polar bear preying on a cub. Some tourists walked away crying. Tour operators say they've never seen this before. But the longtime wildlife photographer who took the shot said no big deal. However, Arctic scientists are alarmed. They have claimed for years that climate change is destroying the usual way for polar bears to find food because ice floes for hunting seal are disappearing. And this year, the Hudson Bay hasn't even frozen up yet. That's unusual for December.
So the ice is forming later than normal. And the bears haven't eaten since July when the ice melted, and so they're getting hungry.
But Inuit hunters who know all about polar bears say these photos are being blown out of proportion.
It's also something that we hear from hunters all the time. Is that just about every winter we get reports of finding bears that have been killed by other polar bears.
So we put all this to a world expert on polar bear research. Dr. Ian Sterling is a professor emeritus on the subject. He says, yeah, cannibalism does happen, but it's happening a lot more often. He's recorded a rising number of incidents in the Arctic's Beaufort Sea.
We found 4 bears that had been cannibalized. We found a couple that had starved to death. And these are things that I had never seen before in the 30 years that I worked in that part of the world.
Sterling says if we continue to lose Arctic sea ice at the present rate, he predicts 2/3 of the polar bear population will die off by mid-century. Mikhailo Prostupa, CBC News, Winnipeg.